As the UK government mandate COVID-19 jab for NHS staff in England, we remember the 2009 swine flu vaccine mandate for NHS staff. Nationwide NHS swine flu vaccinations started in the UK on the 21st of October 2009. Ahead of the commencement of vaccinations, Dame Christine Beasley, then Chief Nursing Officer for England, told Nursing Times, and I quote, "We've gone through exactly the same procedures as we do with seasonal flu vaccine, and it's as safe as a vaccine can be." On the day immunisations began, the RCN's Peter Carter was quoted saying he was entirely satisfied the vaccine was safe because it had undergone rigorous testing. Carter told BuzzFeed News, at the time, Liam Donaldson, the chief medical officer, and Professor David Salisbury, the DH's director of immunisation, were assuring people this vaccine had been thoroughly and properly tested. So many staff, in good faith, had no reason to disbelieve that and were happy to encourage people to have the swine flu vaccine. Staff were also not told that the government had agreed a unique deal with GSK to indemnify the company for any problems with the vaccine. The Department of Health leaflet also made no mention of the government's agreement to indemnify GSK against injuries from the vaccine. This was not widely known at the time, and the indemnity deal has never been published. 6 million people in Britain, and more across Europe, were given the Pandemrix vaccine made by GlaxoSmithKline during the 2009 and 2010 swine flu pandemic, but the jab was withdrawn after doctors noticed a sharp rise in narcolepsy among those who received it. The BuzzFeed News investigation raises serious questions over the advice that was given to NHS staff at the time by the government's chief medical officer, the chief nurse, and the national flu director that the vaccine had been thoroughly tested and was safe to use. That advice was shared in a joint statement by the Department of Health, medical royal colleges, and trade unions, including the British Medical Association and Unison. Peter Carter, then chief executive of the Royal College of Nursing, told BuzzFeed News it was a matter of huge concern that the vaccine had not been properly tested, contrary to what he was told at the time. Nurse Melanie Gallagher was one of thousands of NHS staff vaccinated with Pandemrix, a vaccine made by pharmaceutical giant GlaxoSmithKline. 8 years later, her career in the NHS is a memory, and she's living with incurable, debilitating narcolepsy and suffers from cataplexy, a sudden, uncontrollable loss of muscle tone that can cause her to collapse without warning. Because of her condition, she can no longer work or drive. Narcolepsy is an uncommon long-term brain disorder that leads people to fall asleep unexpectedly at inconvenient times. The brain is unable to properly control sleeping and waking rhythms, which can result in excessive daytime sleepiness. People with narcolepsy experience chronic fatigue and difficulty sleeping at night. They can have night terrors, hallucinations, and a range of mental health problems. For the NHS staff who have developed narcolepsy, their ordeal has been compounded by being forced to battle with the health service and the government for recognition. Some individuals support mandatory vaccination, which might be done across the board or is a condition of working in certain fields. Others dislike it because it restricts their freedom of choice. Staff should, in my opinion, be guided by evidence of benefit to themselves, their patients, and their organization, as well as any personal risks or preferences. Please like the video, share, subscribe, and turn the notification bell on. Thank you.